You ever feel like the world is closing in on you? Like no matter how hard you try, the weight of life just keeps pressing down. Work deadlines piling up, family pulling you in 100 directions, bills that never seem to stop coming. And then, the noise. Your phone buzzes every few seconds. Social media screams for your attention. You look around and think, is this it? Is this what life is supposed to feel like? So, you try to escape. You scroll endlessly, hoping for something to make it all feel lighter. You turn on a show to drown out the thoughts. You call a friend, hoping they'll say the right thing. But then, none of it works. The emptiness is still there. The stress doesn't leave. And here's the thing. It's not supposed to. Because Allah already gave us the answer. He says, "Seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, it is difficult except for those that are devout." But let's be honest. How often do we actually turn to patience and prayer when life feels unbearable? For many of us, prayer has become a routine. Patience feels impossible. And when life gets overwhelming, we act like we have nowhere to turn. But what if the help we're searching for has been within our reach all along? We're so quick to seek help from the world. We Google our problems, hoping for instant answers. We vent to friends, thinking their advice will fix everything. We post online, waiting for someone to comment something comforting. But those answers are never complete. The sympathy fades. The relief doesn't last. Therefore, we end up feeling even more frustrated, even more disconnected. But when it comes to turning to Allah, we hesitate. Why? Because it feels hard. And Allah acknowledges this. He says, "Indeed, it is difficult except for the humbly submissive." It's hard because we're used to instant everything, instant gratification, instant results. We don't know how to wait anymore. Therefore, patience feels like doing nothing. And prayer? It feels like a chore. But here's the truth. Patience isn't passive. It's active trust in Allah. And prayer isn't just an obligation. It's a lifeline. The Prophet knew this. Whenever he faced difficulty, whether it was the grief of losing a loved one or the pressures of leading an ummah, he didn't vent first. He didn't distract himself. Therefore, he rushed to prayer, not as a last resort, not after trying everything else. Prayer was his first response. And in that moment, when his forehead touched the ground, he found strength, peace, and clarity. You know what we've forgotten? Patience and prayer aren't just actions, they're transformations. Patience isn't sitting back and doing nothing. It's choosing to trust Allah's timing over your own. But trusting Allah is easier said than done. Patience in this context means persevering, even when it's hard. It means being prepared to lose friends who don't understand your journey, to face struggles as you work to seek Allah's help through consistent prayer. It's knowing that staying focused in prayer and attentive in worship won't come easily. Every good thing in life requires sacrifice, and this is no different. But Allah's promise is clear. If you fulfill these conditions, His help will come. The Prophet reminded us, know that victory comes with patience, relief comes with affliction, and ease comes with hardship. And prayer? It's not just a checklist. It's a conversation. The Prophet said, "The closest a servant can be to their Lord is while in prostration, so increase your supplications." But here's the best part. Your supplication doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be in Arabic. Therefore, speak to Allah in your own words, your own language. Pour your heart out and trust that He's listening. Imagine this. You're in a quiet room, away from the noise. You place your forehead on the ground, the coolness of the mat grounding you. It's just you and Allah, no distractions, no noise. Allah promises us in Surah Al-Baqarah 2:186, "When my servants ask you about me, I am near. I respond to the call of the caller when they call upon me." That's His promise. Allah is near. And the best way to call on Him? When you're already connected to Him in salah. Allah doesn't just tell us to pray and be patient, He tells us to seek help through them. But here's the thing. We expect that help to be immediate. We think it should solve all our problems right away. Therefore, When it doesn't come as quickly as we want, we assume it isn't coming at all. But that's not how Allah works. His help comes when we need it most, in ways we often don't expect. Sometimes it's the strength to endure a difficult day. Sometimes it's clarity for a decision you've been struggling with. And sometimes it's blessings you didn't even realize you needed. Life will test you. Allah says, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient." Therefore, tests aren't meant to break you. They're meant to bring you closer to Allah. If you truly believe this life is temporary, every hardship becomes bearable. Every prayer becomes purposeful. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" So how do we make prayer what it's supposed to be, a source of strength and peace? Find a quiet space. But distractions are everywhere, your phone, the noise around you. Therefore, put it all away. Turn off the noise. Create a space where you can fully connect with Allah. Prepare your heart. Before you pray, remind yourself, "I'm about to stand before Allah." Therefore, let that thought sink in. Make your supplications in salah. But we often wait until after prayer to do so, as if that's when Allah is listening. Therefore, use the time of sujood as your moment to pour your heart out. Speak to Allah in your own words. Patience isn't passive, it's active trust. The Prophet said, "Whoever practices patience, Allah will give him patience, and no one is given a gift better or more comprehensive than patience." Remember this, every step you take toward Allah, He takes more toward you. But it starts with a single moment of connection. Therefore tonight, find a quiet space. Lay out your prayer mat. When you reach sujood, stay there a little longer. Pour your heart out, in your own words. Allah's help is closer than you think. All you have to do is ask. Seek help through patience and prayer. The strength you're looking for, it's been waiting for you all along.